Hi everyone, 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗲 fan here, and I want to provide another update, another casting update for the upcoming Scooby-Doo live-action show on Netflix. And, I want to talk about the casting because, they've announced the cast almost like a week or two ago, after mckenna Grace being cast as Daphne, and, I want to talk about the casting because it's interesting. 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗲 fortson is playing Velma, and I didn't recognize that actress at first, but then I looked her up, and she was actually in the first two Ant-Man films as Scott Lang's daughter. So I know her. So 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗲 fortson as Velma, but I was thinking about it because when I saw photos of 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗲 fortson on Google, I thought she looked like a young Linda Cardellini. I thought she looked like a young Linda Cardellini, and when she is dressed up as Velma for the show, I'm gonna think, oh, it looks just like Linda Cardellini when she played the character back in the day. So that'll be interesting. And also, the cast Tanner Hagen as Shaggy. And while I don't know this actor, he's a completely new actor to me. I don't know him, but he looks the role. He looks like he could play Shaggy. He looks the parts. Tanner Hagen, because I've seen him in photos, he has the light brown hair. He has kind of he has a similar kind of facial structure as Shaggy does. So I mean, it's perfect. It's a perfect casting choice in regards to him actually looking the part. He actually does look the part. And also Maxwell Jenkins as Fred Jones. And, he looks the part too, but he's not blonde. But yeah, I mean, I like the cast so far, and then also, obviously, mckenna Grace as Daphne, who, I've seen her as, Daphne for, Halloween, and she seems perfect for the role, too. And, as I've mentioned before, these are not necessarily child actors, but, teenage actors. This show is gonna be more, like Stranger Things, in a sense that we're following these teenagers at this kind of summer camp, and they kind of there's this thing that happens that leads to some sort of mystery about a Great Dane puppy, and obviously that's Scooby. So I've seen the premise of the show and the kind of premise that they're telling here, and I heard a rumor that's going to be titled Scooby-Doo Origins. I heard a rumor that's what it was going to be titled. Maybe that's the case. I'm not sure, but Scooby-Doo Origins, that's fitting. And so yeah. Like I said, I like the cast. It's funny that Tanner Hagen, the actor they chose to play Shaggy, he looks the part. He really does. And Maxwell Jenkins, I wouldn't say he looks the part exactly as Fred Jones, but he has a similar kind of way about him that does remind me of Fred Jones. So yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about here in regards to the casting for the upcoming Scooby-Doo show. And I'm excited. I cannot wait to see how they're going to handle this new show. If it really is going to have a bit of a Stranger Things vibe and basically be a replacement show of Stranger Things. And yeah, I cannot wait for it. So one last thing before I end this off. This upcoming weekend, I'm actually going to Disneyland with my buddy Sean and my mom. So I'm going to be away out of town this weekend because I'm going to be in Disneyland. So I cannot wait for this trip. I'm going to be there for at least 3 days. And so, yeah, I cannot wait for Disneyland this upcoming weekend. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts about the casting for this Scooby-Doo show down below in the comments. And I'll catch you all next time. Peace.